Hello Americans and other friends and subscribers around the world. So today, well, we're doing a kind of a morning coffee thing, but actually we're going to do a, I guess a kind of a how-to, or, you know, at least our opinion. Or,
how we did it.
How we did it, or, you know, how we
learned.
Yeah, learned to do YouTube.
Start a YouTube channel.
Yep. Because we had the our friends that we talked about a couple of times, the Shire Homestead.
I put that there like that.
Yeah, she had actually sent us an email, or actually it was on Facebook, and I told her to make sure you go to the email. Any of y'all that are, you know, that send us messages and stuff, man, send them to Idaho Hillbilly at yahoo.com is a lot better than
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. I just don't. Oh, that's where she'd send it on Facebook. Yeah, because man, I don't. We just don't get on the Facebook and check it all that much. So I'll go over there. I'll check them when I put a video on there when I remember. But anyway, they should sit and was asking us some questions, and we started answering them. And Miss Kitty's all, I think that'd be a good thing
video
to do a video about. So we're gonna kind of, like I said, this is our opinion, and you know the way that we've done it. So we're just gonna go over and touch base on some, basically creating a YouTube channel. Take it, Miss Kitty.
Oh, you want me to start? Okay, starting a YouTube channel. First thing you kind of want to, maybe not the very first thing, but one of the things you really want to think about is what kind of channel do you want? Do you want to share your story? Do you want to share your knowledge by doing instructional videos? How do you want to present yourself? How do you want to, what do you want to?
Right, what, yeah. See, now when we, you didn't write down her questions, so I could.
Yes, she did.
Oh no, did you write them down?
Well, not verbatim, but this was what kind of. That's a big word.
Yeah, that's a little big for this here, really. Holy crap. What the heck?
What do you share? You know, how often do you pose? So these two weren't, but these ones were.
Okay, you were on a roll. Keep going.
Okay. Okay, so what kind of channel do you want? Do you want to share your story? Do you just want to show people what you're doing? Do you want to teach people how to do something?
Like when we created ours, you know, and man, I've said it 100 times if you watch our videos. Mine was, you know, I've said it a zillion times, so I repeat myself a lot on these, but a lot of people haven't, you know,
seen
went
every
back
single
and
video,
them.
right?
But when I started doing mine, I was actually watching some of my buddies, man, and John Wells, my buddy John Wells.
Field Lab.
Yeah, the Field Lab out there in the desert. He's just got a YouTube channel. And actually at the time he wasn't really doing a YouTube channel, but I'd found him. The first time I ever found him was in one of Lloyd Kahn's books.
And he was blogging.
Yeah, and he was blogging. That's right. That's actually, I started a blog before I did the YouTube thing. It was just kind of blogging. And at the time we were living on the outskirts of the big city down there. You know, had a little, I think it was an acre. You know, the way it was actually a rental. You know, we had hogs and chickens, and you know, if you watch the very first video, or not the very first video, well, we were there too, but that you know, our fancy video that we put as our heading on our channel, that was, we were still down in the, you know, down the flatlands down there. And I started, and I was watching, because Sunray Kelly is my you know, my whimsical god, man. I just love Sunray Kelly, and he builds all this, you know, stuff out of all natural, man, natural organic architecture, and that's what we like to call it. And so I was watching him, Lloyd Kahn, John Wells, and man, I was taking a shower. You know, I've been there taking a shower, washing my, got a lot of hair here at the time, but I was washing my hair in the shower and stuff, and I thought, man, I think I'm going to go out there and I'm going to film myself, because I was actually remodeling the bag. It'd been sitting, I'd actually started demolition. So I thought, man, it was the last day that we heard it was supposed to be the end of the world, the Mayan calendar, end of the world, December 22nd or whatever. So I thought, man, I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to do me a video, you know, and see if anybody watches. And so I did one, you know, and had a few views and stuff like that. And after I watched it and filmed, you know, and did a couple more and stuff, and me and Kitty were talking, you know, and she hadn't even been on one because she thought I'd lost my mind. And and
you say that past tense.
Yeah, I still think I lost my mind. But I thought, man, this would be great, you know, for the grandkids and stuff like that. At the time, we just had our oldest daughter that lives in Oregon, you know, we had one grandbaby. And I think Tim and Katie just got together and all that. I thought, man, this would be great, you know, down the road for my kids and my grandkids, because my kids are always, Kevin D's big time, always, tell that story, Dad, tell that story, Dad, you know. So I thought, well, man, this would be a great way to, a cat fighting.
I see that.
A great way, you know, get my stories and tell the stories, you know, for
future generations.
Yeah, my future generations, my kids, grandkids, yeah, great-grandkids, and all that. So we started doing this channel, and never in a zillion years did we dream that it would, you know, we're not huge, you know, or nothing like that, you know, but never dreamed that I'd even have 150 or 100
that we would
subscribers.
Inspire other people.
Yeah, or that we'd inspire other people, and then to have somebody, you know,
yeah,
asking us questions on building their homestead or the eBay, you know, whatever.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So we started ours. So that's one of the things. That's what I was trying to I'm always a long way around, but. So that's one of the things Miss Kitty's saying is you got to decide what kind of channel you want. Are you doing this to put yourself out there for other people? Are you doing this for your grandbabies, you know, your kids? What your kids will be involved, and our kids were and are, and sometimes actually Miss Cara will be in a video tomorrow with us.
She doesn't know that yet.
I do that to them a lot.
Yeah.
But they've gotten pretty used to it
yeah,
now. There's always a camera somewhere.
Yeah.
But excuse me. So I'd say that's your first thing, you know, is, you know, do you want to be a do-it-yourself, or you know, channel people come to watch how you're doing it? Do you want to let your subscribers, you know, put their input, you know, and do things kind of for them, you know, type of thing?
Yeah, I have that written down here.
Okay, then.
Do you want to let your viewers basically direct your content? You know, do you want to show them what they want to see?
Not dictate, but direct. Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
said, direct.
You know, yeah, right. And take little, you know, well, I'm thinking about doing this, you know, or,
right,
you know, I was thinking about putting this building here. What do you think? You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you notice on our channel, we don't do, well, very small percentage.
Yeah, well, yeah, usually I don't ask for your opinion, just give it to. Yes, sir. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, you know, so I mean, it depends on how much involved you want, which I love my, you know, all our subscribers, viewers, friends, you know, I mean, I just love that, you know, but I've just never, you know, never been one people when they tell me what to do makes me want to do something different.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, man, and I mean, our viewers, I'll be doing something and they'll tell me something and man, bing, I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to give that a try. So, I mean, there's some good, you know.
Yeah, there's one that actually I've been meaning to ask you about. Gosh, I can't remember who said it now. On the van.
That was, I think it was Ron Ray.
Was it to flip it 180 and then turn the seat 180?
Oh, no. Oh, okay, yeah.
Like this, so that you could get a more extension on the
I think they were just saying that trying to make me fall out the van.
Maybe.
No, but I thought you were thinking, I think it was Ron Ray that was telling me about the sound barrier stuff.
Oh, I didn't.
In there, which we haven't got to that point
that
of the van. But I mean, they're always giving you. I mean, it's just man, I just love my damn.
Yeah. I think one good thing that you can do is go to the people that, and this is good advice for not just starting a YouTube channel, but general life. If you want to do something or find the people that are doing what you want to do and observe them.
Watch what you think.
Yeah, whether it's your marriage, if you want to, you know, get some marriage advice, find somebody that has a good marriage that, you know, you can observe and follow their lead type of thing.
This just took a turn. But I mean, and it's funny. If you
want to be an instructional channel, go find instructional channels and see how they do it.
You know, I don't know how many, I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
And YouTube and Google, I mean, I don't even know how I ever lived without Google. And I mean, I'll go out to do something that I've done 100 times, change a starter, you know, something I've done 100 times. And, by golly, man, when I'm sitting in here drinking a cup of coffee, I'll bring up a video on, how to change your starter in your old Ford pickup or your old van or whatever, and just watch the video, and you'd be surprised that the little tricks, you know, something you've done 100 times, because, man, I don't care how much you know or how well you know it, man, dude, we can all learn something new every day. Yep. So, man, we got,
Okay, so the next one. What do you share on your videos? They're referring to things, how personal do you get,
We just
medical
went through this,
issues, family life. What do you share?
You
share what you're comfortable with.
You know.
And you definitely set boundaries.
You know, we just went through this with our one of our adult children. Like I said, and I don't throw which one of them it is or anything like that, but we will just touch real quick, man. They're doing amazing. Still, you know, still trying to figure out. We still don't know nothing, but everything's better and kind of back to normal. And so, I mean, in the back of our head, we're still, you know, like, ooh, what the, you know. So still going through that and stuff like that, you know. Still, you know, some medical stuff with my mom and stuff like that. And we put it out there because the one thing that we did and we said from the beginning is we were going to show that, and this is what one of the things that you want to decide when you're making a YouTube you know, YouTube channel is how much, you know, I mean, are you going to, you know, you want to just do this, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, just do this. But what we said, and we did it, we were going to show the ups downs, sideways, you know, everything.
Mistakes that you make.
Day to day, you know, we try to do a video every day. Not that it, you know, we actually took 3 or 4 months off that one time because I just had it.
And that's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Off of doing videos?
Yeah, right, whatever. Can I take some time off of work?
No. When you're self-employed, there is no time
that's for
off.
sure. Yeah. But so, I still want to touch on that, just more of our personal thing.
Right, me too, because just like what we share and why I mean, he said, we think it's awesome that our grandkids, our future generations, would be able to go back and watch the videos. Well, that's part of it, the ups and downs, and we don't want to go into detail on everything, and we don't share everything.
Oh, no.
But we do want to have our story. This is our story. It's not easy.
Well, one of your, you know, your mom, your grandma, your kid, or whatever, you know, if something's going on, you know, then you've got to decide whether, do I even do a video?
Yeah.
You know, we didn't actually. I mean, because, man, we were just going to hospitals, emergency rooms, all this stuff, and so we just didn't do a video. Well, then, you know, we have and you'll get them, and you get this big handful, and I mean, there's so many of you out there that we just pretty much consider family. We've never even met your person, you know. I mean, it's just crazy. It's and man, the bigger you get, the more, I mean, it's just crazy. You know, we have the ones, and y'all know who you are. And they started, you know, what's going on with you, you know, starting to get a little worried about us. Yeah. And are concerned. And so then we put it out there. And, man, I mean, it was helpful, man. It was the most amazing,
the prayers that we got.
The prayers, the thoughts. You know, man, and I've never been one to ask for or accept or anything as far as, I guess you'd call it, charity.
We had
man, we were in trouble, man, as far as you know, money goes and living on Whoppers and stuff like that. And man, people, I mean, y'all know who you are, and thank you. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect it. I didn't really think I mean, well, I knew we needed it, but I didn't want it. I don't even know. I didn't, and I never really said too much, you know, I mean, and, you know, sent emails and thank you cards and stuff like that, because I really have never had nothing like that happen to us or accept anything like that ever. So we really didn't know how to
respond.
Yeah, how to respond, or how to, you know, I mean, it was great. It was awesome. Thank you very much, and things are going better. So that's what you've got to decide, you know, is how much of that, the support and the thoughts and the prayers and, I mean, everything helped us get through it. And then things got a little bit better, you know, we're back on course and everything's, you know, beautiful today, you know, man, it looks like it's going to be beautiful tomorrow, so here we go. So, I mean, that's what you got to decide, is how much of your, you know, personal life you want to put out there.
Yeah. Okay, and how often do you post videos? We kind of did a little bit on that. Depends on what kind of channel you want to have.
Yep.
You want to collect up a week's worth of clips and put one video a week? You want to do it daily?
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and because I noticed in there, because they just posted a video 2 days, I don't know how I missed it because I got your little bell rung, but anyway, I watched it this morning before we did this, and they were talking about that that they're having to use a hotspot and data things, and we. Which I'll touch on that. Let's go back to what you were just saying first before we'll talk about the data thing here in a minute.
How often to post?
Oh, on how often to post. So now, it takes over your life, man. I mean, yesterday at the end of the day, we cut 2 videos yesterday, and I've really been trying to get out there and watch more of the videos. And I mean, man, I started off first thing in the morning, live shows, man. YouTube was running all day. I was doing. I mean, it was. I
told him. I said I am on YouTube. Over
yeah, we were just YouTube, man. I mean, she was getting anxiety. I mean, because it was just so much hoorah. So, I mean, you got to watch. You obviously got to watch that, you know.
Yeah.
But we try, and don't always. And actually, now we're playing with this scheduling our videos, but we try to put out a video a day. That doesn't mean you have to put out a video a day. You know, you can do 1 a week, 2 a week, 1 a month. You know, whatever you want to do. You know, that's all up to you.
And that kind of ties into the hotspot limited data, because we're not even at 12 months of having.
Right, we have not had unlimited, and depending on what happens with that one deal, you know, it could go away. But I'll give an example, you know, and I'm not saying that we would have, you know, been bigger or anything like that, but when we started making these videos, Doug and Stacy, man, I started, I started, they were young, we're all young, man.
I mean, trying to say,
Doug will be sending you one on that. What you trying to say, Miss Kitty? But you'll be getting a personal email later today. But when we started our channel, which we started making videos 6 years ago, and Doug and Stacy, I don't know if I think they started
right close to that.
Right close to that, or a little bit before us, but they were small.
They were young.
Yeah, Dirt Patch Heaven, you know, that one, what's that, channels. Them ones that, what's her name? The ones up there where we almost bought, we would have been neighbors. The Fouches, the Fouch family. I can tell you about them. We were actually approached by these Hollywood producers, and they made this video and all that stuff. And the Fouches had just came from wherever they came from, moved up here, and had bought their place up there in Clear Creek. And
we had actually looked at a lot of property up there.
Yeah, a lot of property. I actually did some. We
grew up going to that area camping, so it wasn't.
Yeah, it's only
a new area
it's like
to us.
30 miles out of Boise.
Yeah,
it's and I mean, and I actually worked. Me and Zach, we did.
Spent a lot of time
I know so many people up there. That's right. It's actually about 3/4 of the way to Idaho City. So I mean, that whole area and Clear Creek, man. And I actually did construction work up there. All this. Anyway, that's all. I don't know why we got up on that. But anyway, the Fouches, when we did our, you know, we were talking to Ty and stuff, and we'd done this, you know, we thought we were going to end up with a TV show at the time. And they ended up finding the Fouches and came from wherever, back east or wherever they came, and had bought that. Yeah, I don't really know their whole story. Yeah. But they ended up being on a
sizzle reel.
Yeah, sizzle reel. Yeah, sizzle reel. So I had to watch, you know, and they just done a, we're just sitting there for, what is that? Skype. Yeah, we couldn't, you know, we weren't into doing Skype, and I told them I wouldn't do Skype. So they did a Skype video, and then it was connected to ours, and then they took it out there, and neither one of us was, and there, I think there was one other person on there too, and we were all of us, you know, it was all in Idaho. So I mean, anyway, so they just started, didn't even have a YouTube, or not that I know of, had a YouTube channel at the time, and then there's a couple more, and I mean, and they're all, you know, just went, whoosh. Well, in that period of time, you know, which is 5 years, or now 6 years ago, in that period of time, we were not able to watch, because we'd bought this property, moved up here with limited data. It was costing us $10 a gig. No, $5 a gig. We had to buy $2 at a time. Yeah, it was, right. So I mean, you think about, you know, it was costing. We were actually paying between $130 and $200 a month to be able to run our eBay and put out, and we were only doing...
Yeah, we were doing all of our online business, which was, at the time, we were doing eBay, Etsy, and had the IdahoHillbilly.com. So we had 3 websites that we were running, and our YouTube videos. That was it. I mean, we didn't. The internet was not for pleasure.
No, not at all.
Not at
all. The only time that it was for pleasure when we'd go into, because the kids had got pregnant and stuff, and moved into the little town up the road, and we'd go over to their place. And that's where we'd
babysit and watch.
Yeah, we'd babysit and and do all that, and check out some videos. Yeah. So anyway, what I was saying about mentioning, Doug and Stacy and stuff like that was just this whole time, man, they're building their channels.
And we weren't.
And we weren't because we were on limited data. Mm-hmm. So this is what the kind of stuff you'll deal with if you're on there, because you can't, I mean, it's expensive.
It is very expensive.
So finally, less than a year ago, we ended up getting the T-Mobile, and basically it's our hotspot, and now we have unlimited, and man, we have been... And
it is truly unlimited.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's awesome, man.
It's changed our lives.
Oh, yeah, absolutely changed our lives.
Yeah.
And that's when I found the, and I should have been back, should have went straight back into my, my group of people, my homestead and things, but that's when I found the eBay thing and went off. And it was something. I mean, I got a lot of friends, man. I've gained a lot of friends and had a good time too.
Yeah, a lot.
Because I spent the first, the last 9 months. I think it was maybe almost a year ago, because it was right. I mean, we just got the unlimited data when I found the Cajun pickers, and then I started going, wow, look at all this community, So now, anyway, so I got carried away on that, and then got I don't know, in the last month or something, back into checking out some of my homestead homies out there. But and man, and it's just amazing, and so many of the channels are so huge and stuff, and that I'll remember looking at, a little bit here and there through the limited data. Because that's when you're limited data, you get to the end of the run, and you're like, holy smokes, man, I can run 4 gigs, man. So we'd sit down and watch a movie or something, and then they'd hold it, and then it would hit us at the end, and we'd have to cost us another $30. Yeah. So watch your limited data. I don't know, man, why we went off on that whole thing, but just
something that happened to us.
Yeah, it's something that happened to us, and we wanted to share our experiences with the Shire Homestead, because they're going to be dealing with limited data, and everybody that anybody that's ever had to deal with that, because I don't think there's too many places in the country that you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, there is,
obviously.
But I mean, obviously, but I mean, a lot of the viewers don't have to, worry about internet service these days. All right, that one just took 32 minutes. Next.
I need a rest after that.
Yeah, I need another cup of coffee. Okay, so
reliving that time was.
Yeah, that was okay.
Okay, so then let's see. You have down here a 5-year plan.
Oh, okay.
Is that for YouTube, or is that for homesteading?
Well, yeah, I guess that's more homesteading, which I put it out there when we did this, because when we bought our property, so this is leaning more to, doing your homestead, building your homestead, and it includes, I guess, well, actually you could do a 5-year plan on where you want to be in 5 years on YouTube too. But, when we came in here, with bare ground, nothing, man, we had a 5-year plan, and we're actually going into we're right at the almost 5th year
anniversary. Yeah.
And did we make it? Nope. But we're still working on it.
Never giving up.
No, never giving up. I mean, we wanted to have the cookhouse, and I mean, and our animals and our hogs and all that stuff that was in our 5-year plan 5 years ago. Because like I said, man, all the plans, I was watching your video this morning and kind of chuckling, because going around, we're going to do this here and this here. I guarantee, man, those plans will change day to day, and then you do something, you put this building over here or whatever, and you're going to put something here, and the next thing is like, oh, that ain't going to work there. I'm going to have to get,
Or you think you're
the snow's going to fall down on there
first, and you get going on that, and then you realize you can't get that project done until you do this other project.
And that's what happens around
here.
You
jump over to this other project and get going on it and distracted from this. Yeah, it's...
Well, that's where we're at on the cookhouse, man. I want to be out there working on the cookhouse, bathhouse, and it ended up turning into exactly what I said when I built it, that I didn't want, is it to turn into a garage or storage unit, and at this point, it's going to take us a good full day or 2 days to... and then where do we put the stuff? So I mean, we're kind of...
It was put in there because it was a roof that didn't leak.
Right, yeah. So. Yeah, it's the nicest roof on this place, probably. All right, so let's go.
So the next one, plans will change day to day, and be ready for trolls.
Yeah, be ready for the haters, man. And for some reason, I feel like they come when you get about 1,000 subscribers. I mean, when they really get, for nasty or whatever, man. So don't, man. And I'm not one to turn the cheek. So Miss Kitty, she had to work on me because at first I didn't, man. You poke me once, I'll poke you twice. That's how that's just who I am, and not no more, man. Maybe it's age, something. Miss Kitty, bailing me out because, man, when the haters and the trolls come, do not, man. The first thing you do is you go to click their name, go over to their page, over the little, I think it's the flag or whatever. You click on the flag and just block them. And then go back to your thing and delete them. And just ignore them 100%.
No response.
Yep, sometimes and really they can't, after that, they can't do nothing. But, man, we've had them come from there and go to our Facebook. Man, still now, man, it had one on Facebook that, man, I had to get rid of. That she was just a fool, so just don't even... man, just don't even acknowledge them. Man, especially on a video, because that's what they want.
And says this from experience because, like he said, he would respond, and it would consume his
I was so worked up, man, that I wanted to get on a plane and fly back east. I mean,
Why are you letting this person...
people are so tough behind the keyboards, too. That's one of the, it's just, man, let's not even go there. That's enough touch base on that. It irritates me just talking about it.
Delete them.
They're just, just delete them and ignore them, man. And, man, don't let it get to your heart, because it's not... I mean, because they say, man, they get... Vicious, man. I have had people say the meanest, rudest, grossest things to me, typing stuff to me that I've ever, man, seen in my life, man. And I've seen some real jerks. So, I mean, just ignore it, man. Delete it, get them gone.
Yep.
All right, let's get on.
Okay, that was the last thing I wrote down.
Oh, really? Wasn't there any other... I guess we touched pretty much base on everything that she was talking about. Really? What are we going to do for the next 30 minutes? Oh, that's actually something that we're kind of playing with. Yeah. And you didn't mention that, but something as far as, how long you do the videos, which we've never, obviously, we never have,
limited our
time on videos. But I was noticing yesterday when I was looking at the videos for the past week, we've averaged right in between 20 and 35 minutes. And in my opinion, which I'm just really nobody, but in my opinion, if I stop by, my old mountain man buddy up the hill, stop in there, unless it's got a bunch of junk to go through, might take a little longer. But if we stop in just for a cup of joe, it'll, you end up hanging out 20 to 40 minutes, usually, maybe an hour. And so I try to keep my, when we get on here, we try to keep ours, basically just a good visit, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and get on out of here. So that's kind of our opinion on that. Now, my kids' opinion, and the 20-somethings and the teens, they're all saying 5 minutes or under, man, you go viral and all that. I don't really care about all that.
Well, you gotta also take into consideration your people who are watching you.
And the attention span.
What do they want?
Yeah. Well, we tried that actually too. We listened to Kevin and put him out there, and then the people our age and older that watch us, which is the majority of our, our viewers, maybe young, a little younger. We got some 20-something, and I have quite a few, little fellers out there too, under 18 watching, but the majority, were our age or older.
And they want.
Right, and they want longer, man. I had people tell me, man, can't you do a 2 hour? Man, it's like, no. But, when I did the 5 minutes, because we did that, we had a little kick on the 5 minute things, doing it for Kevy D. And, man, you're going to get so many more views and all this, man. Then, you guys were telling me, what about us? We don't care what them 20-somethings say. So, man, like I said, in my opinion, and when I sit down to watch a video, I really like when it's, the 10 to 20 minutes is my, my favorite. Unless it's something, really good or whatever. So, so man, get on. Got to watch you check out all these key things or whatever. But Go over to our friends, the Shire Homestead. Their link is down below. And there was a couple other things we were going to talk. We were talking about. Old Bob was even suggested it. We'd thought about something like that. That at the end of the videos, and you can give us your opinion on it, but at the end of the videos is maybe like, you know, we say our goodbyes, and then at the end, you know, showing some knives or, you know, a few of the treasures.
30-second commercial.
Right, just like
Hillbilly
a little 30-second thing that shows, you know, what's new, you know, what treasures, you know, that we've found new. So give us your opinion on that. We might start playing around with that, give it a try and see what happens. And there was something else that I was going to mention.
You didn't write it down?
No, that's why I just got me this tablet, man. I just got me this tablet out and put a big old YouTube on the front of it. So that's, I'm going to keep that more handy because I got CRS from my grandma. She actually has that on her license plate. She's so awesome. I think that's it. Is that it, Miss Kitty?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
There was something, but man, we'll try to catch on next. I'll write it down on my tab the next time.
Don't lose your tablet.
Yeah, around here, never.
I'll tie something. I'll tie a rope to it and hang it from the rafters. So that
something. So good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow.